Right, welcome back everyone, and welcome to the next one of the final phase round of 32. We have got Crystal Hunter versus Korpacz, which is Chaos, which is Skaven for Crystal Hunter versus Korpacz and his Orcs. I'm going to cover the full set for you. And these two teams are, I think, reasonably matched. I noticed there that Crystal Hunter has got the fan factor. Let's see if that makes any difference whatsoever. While they set up, I'll introduce you to the two teams. So, Korpacz is Orcs. He had a 6 skill package to go with. Slightly unusually took a load of Goblins. That is definitely not what is considered meta in England, but we are looking at French Orcs. So we've got a tackle, a mighty blow, 2 guard, and then 2 more guards up here. So 4 guard overall, and tackle, mighty blow. Yeah, everything you really want to go and smash up a Skaven team. And you've also got sure hands to try and protect you somewhat from strip ball. When we look at the Skaven, we've got a juggernaut, a mighty blow, a guard, a strip, a wrestle, and a block, and then a leader. So he's basically taken all the skills that you would expect. This is 13 players, 3 rerolls, an Apo, or 2.5. Chunter going for, or Crystal Hunter going for the offset line of scrimmage to try and create a little bit more space on the left-hand side as we look at it. Wait a second. Oh, wow. That was the other skill that he gave him. He's got on the ball. So instead of taking block or taking another skill on one of the 4 blitzers or the 4 big uns, he took on the ball. Which is an interesting choice. And not one you find typically in tabletop. Now, before I start this cast, I was given a chocolate brownie, so just occasionally I'm going to have a little piece of chocolate brownie. Hope you don't mind. There we go, we see 1 knockdown. Oh dear. And sure hands indeed letting him down there. Now let's bring back the UI there. Oops. There we go. Right. So this is the start of the Chunter turn. Interesting to see whether he chooses to go and blitz onto the ball here. It is looking very much like Chunter is giving absolutely no shits to this and just diving in. Not breaking armor. 3D, 2D. So he's basically, this is trying to bobble the ball. Oh no. Okay. Crystal Hunter, what is effectively a hyper-aggressive Skaven player. Not just aggressive, hyper-aggressive. So you can expect him to be going and doing all manner of what the flipping heck is that moves, right? All the time. Every time. You're just going to see that. Now, this in a slightly more serious note, what we have got here is no guard at the front. So, nice move there. He chooses to use a Droll Vomit because it can't turn over. And then, interesting. I thought he might have changed. He might have chose to try and blitz here, but he chose not to. So now he's blitzing here to try and deal with the Rat Ogre. Same within my matchup. If the Rat Ogre is dealt with, the matchup becomes an awful lot easier. If the Rat Ogre is not dealt with, then it's all very sad. Now, there is a slight problemette here in terms of where the bloody hell are you putting the ball? So, by what has happened here, Crystal Hunter has said, right, we're going to cause maximum carnage. I'm going to dive in and we're going to see if we can cause a lot of problems. Yes, he's paid for it. He's lost a Gutter Runner already, but it was only KO'd. But what he has done is completely distorted the Orcs' drive. Not seeing anything cleverly chain push yet. That doesn't mean to say it doesn't exist. He's not, is he? Oh, of course he is. Oh, okay. I mean, that's not actually that unlikely, right? He just needs to... yeah. And he finds the Wandy. And he's killed the thrower, so now there is no sure hands protection. Gutter runner 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He can get to there. And Korpacz basically a bit ruined already. And this has all come about because Chunter, Crystal Hunter, chose to absolutely leather it in straight away. Right. No concerns given, I think is the expression, isn't it? So if you're Korpacz, for me, if you're Korpacz, what I would be doing now is I would say, okay, this drive's lost. Fine. What I want to do now is I want to try and cause a couple of damage and see if we can get 1-1 at the half. That was reasonable. Oh, there's the powers that he needed on that one. Apothecary, yeah. So much of Crystal Hunter's game goes through that Juggernaut Rat Ogre. It is an absolute requirement. So I think for me, I think Chunter is, well, I would go backwards and reset the board. What he's going to do, I've got absolutely no idea. He chain pushes the Gutter Run out. And because he's chain pushed the Gutter Run out here, he's also got a Line Rat, which means that he could potentially be activating a handoff action here. He is indeed activating a handoff action. Adding it to the Gutter, who's going to run over here. And then he's going to use this Line Rat to screen him. If we click here, this is a deliberate count, square count. And Chunter, very good. One of the things he is very good at is finding and setting up extra blocks. So the Orcs have had 2 players removed. Not always a surprise because look, he's setting up all these hits. Like if we could count how many hits the 2 teams have had, I would be surprised if the Skaven have had several. Running away from the Rat Ogre, which is totally fine. Where's the Mighty Blow guy from the Orcs gone? Oh, he's stunned currently. Interesting that that is not the Blitz, because you want to get the tackle towards the player. And you need to start tying up Line Rats. Which is what he's doing there. So by trying to tag... Excuse me, touch, tag, and caress the Line Rats. Caress. He's not caressing a Line Rat. By touching the Line Rats, what he is trying to do is... Not a follow there. Interesting. Oh, he's just popping it in. Okay. Right, so Chunter's got the score, and he's now playing into no sure hand. So his strip ball is now an absolute menace for the whole game. And the big one not waking up either. Not a blitz on this side. Time out, so they lose a turn. So now the Orcs have only got 3 turns. And they set up for a 4 turn. They've only got 3 turns. This is problematic. Also not really removed any rats. That Mighty Blow not causing any damage again. That's mildly unwise. The bonehead there, or sorry, the really stupid specifically, wasn't the problem. But the if that had been a turnover, we would have seen additional swampage. Now, a player less aggressive than Crystal Hunter might, and please, colour me silly if you think this is wild, might choose to sort of stand back and defend what they've got. But this is Crystal Hunter. So, where is he inserting his Rat Ogre this time? Now, for me, I wouldn't have gone for that. I'd gone for the Goblin, but he is going for the big one. I think what he's trying to assess there is that if he can hold line this turn, right, the Orcs are on turn 7, then he has got a good chance. What I will be doing as Korpacz is I want to get that troll a couple of squares further forward, because unlike Orcs, OWA and stuff have a rubbishy throw teammate because the dude is only movement 5. With Goblins and stuff, they're movement 6. Oh no! So that troll wants to come forward, needs to come forward. So he's already used the apothecary, so that is dead. So that's not coming back. So that's what dead means. We also know that there is the ball carrier cannot be a scoring threat of its own. So I would say, right here, is it worth you just go and wind that? Well, I'm not going to wind it back. But one of those goblins could have run here, I think, with a couple of extra go for it, and you could have used these two to go and stand. Like this guy could be stood here, and this guy could be stood here, and this I think is a really bad trade because that's your one turn. So he's going to have to push this. Yeah, right. So he's now got two scoring threats. But if Chunt is clever, what he can do is T-shape these. Stick another player there, blitz from the side here, push this guy out of scoring range. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's not out of scoring range, but he can absolutely teabag him. Yeah. Okay. So now your only scorer as Korpacz is this guy, who is currently catching the ball on a 6, and this is for me exactly why, right, that you didn't want this to happen. Well, I mean that's a bonus or a negative. Is regen a fake skill? It is indeed a fake skill. So that is 3 orcs dead in the Casbin and the big un, for 1 line rat. At what point in Korpacz's head do you start not, give away the mental energy on this one and say, fine, this is done. What I need to do here is prepare myself for the next round. We have a slight problemette here. And if you need to not let the goblins go. Oh, he's going to foul him. So, Korpacz now having lost so many players, the goblins are really juicy targets for Chunter to pick on because they are extra additional resources. Right, but Chunter is receiving in the next half, and if he scores and makes this quick score, this is 2-0. You've got to favour the Skaven here. Going for a dirty foul. +3. Was it +4? I didn't see that guy in the corner there stood up or not. Okay. Okay, so Korpacz 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 9 versus 11. The big one didn't wake up. Chunter here almost certainly going to go on 2-turn, or 2-turn with a stall on top of it, which is you play for the 2-turn, and then the moment that you can't absolutely bulletproof safely, reliably stall, then you bang it in. Oh, the greedy goat. He's playing for the surf. Oh, what a ledge. What a ledge. Oh, dearie me. And that one's a reserve. So it chooses to bring it forwards. One thing I might have considered there is have this gutter run around about here, because it gives you the option to go this way. Like the super far back is rather suggestive of, well, we're going this way. Chunter might argue and say, well, the goblins could dive through. I would counter the argument and say they could, but they won't. And equally, you're playing into 8 orcs with a full 11. Like, this is, yeah. Best thing you can do as Korpacz is accept your fate and get ready for the second game. In my humble opinion. Remember also, Chunter does not need to score here, right? He's already winning. So all he'd be doing is further advancing his cause. Although is it indeed advancing his cause? Got him nice and safely in scoring range with 1 square of lateral movement, I think. No. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he's got 1 square of lateral. I would say that of the ones I've covered so far, this has been the game that has been the most brutal. Korpacz throwing in the extra reroll, not working. Chunter almost certainly just going to pop this in then and make this 2-0. Oh, there's a removal. And indeed he does. Congratulations. Right. So, we got the score. The 2 KOs didn't wake up, so Crystal Hunter, the Skaven, are playing off a mighty 10 players, but are 2-0 up. They're playing into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Redskins. We've seen a timeout. So, if the... Hey! I mean, I'm completely unbiased, but that is our second casualty. Sorry, is that first? Second casualty. It's our second casualty. And we need to see a handoff over to here, get this guy in scoring range, and then continue. Goblins don't have an animosity, so they can give the ball to this guy with no threat. Just closing the door on that action. And then this needs to go around the front. I wonder if it'll be the 3rd or 4th action that Chunter takes this 2 dice strip. Or is he going to dodge out the guard first? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 3, 2, 2 for 1D strip action. Or is he going to go for the surf? He's going for the surf, isn't he? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then he's going to surf it. He puts the assist in there, it's 2D, 2D. Very nicely done. Very nice. Juggernaut saves the day. The Orcs playing off 8. And like a good little Skaven, he picks the ball up and Foxtrot Oscars away. And now can't be two diced easily. Now I noticed there's the last 3 turns of this appear to be that's why. So Korpacz has conceded. That is actually technically not allowed in the rules. So that's don't do that. However, the result was done, right? So concede fine, but it was it's not allowed. So right, let me go and fetch out the second of the set for you. Congratulations, Crystal Hunter. Commiserations, Korpacz. And oh, there he was. Come back to me, Goose. There it is. There we go. Right. And the second half of this set. So Korpacz must win the game to produce a best of 3. Crystal Hunter just needs to avoid defeat to go through. And to join Jalev, World Sitar, and Velahopia in the round of 16. Bring back my thing. Let's play it with the colours as decided there, and we'll flip this round and watch it from their perspective. So the ball has been oh my life, the ball has been delegated gently in front of the Orcs. Mighty Blow is still yet to do anything in this game, or the previous game, or the game before, or indeed any game ever. It is actually officially a fake skill. Goes for the blitz with the troll, kills the Mighty Blow. Korpacz decides that that was a wonderful game, and everything's wonderful. Now, one thing I would just point at here is this guy here. So, from Chunter's perspective, right, what does he need to do? He needs to hold and not let stuff go through. He could have blitzed here. He's choosing to go for a big one. And I suppose by getting the power, he's pushing the troll away. And now he actually gets to free this guy up. Oh dear. Mighty Blow's not a fake skill when you're not the bash team. Oh my god. Now he's going to be able to feed the rat ogre a line rat instead of a normal rat. Oh no, he's not. No, he's not. Sorry. There was a dodge. I was just thinking that he's going to go through there. He's not going to go through there. So he has to go and fetch his troll. He needs to go and fetch his troll. There's a little bit of troll fetching to be required to be done. Very brave to follow that in, given that Chunter's guard player is still roaming around like some sort of behemoth menace. Did it get apothecaried? No. Oh dear. Food. Now, there is a problem with going for food here, which is that the rat ogre isn't actually super required on defense. I know Chunter makes a lot of use out of it, but he's actually typically sniping, if you've noticed, with this guy. So now what we've got is 2 Mighty Blow hits him coming every turn. And Orc armor is, as the Orcs are proving, completely not impenetrable. Completely not impenetrable. Completely impenetrable. Totally killable. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. And more than that, the other problem I think of all of this is that the knockdowns. Right. Look at the Skaven are all stood up at this stage. And the Orcs are 3 players down. 4 players down. Fuck me. The Troll is completely isolated, so the ball went away from the Troll. So now the 2 players, the Troll and its babysitter, had to stay put. So everything's gone the wrong way, and this drive is already starting to collapse. The only way that this fixes itself for the Orcs now is if that sort of stuff happens, right? Where you are able to sort of show weight of firepower, and you're able to. Oh, that's a shame that's not a power. You're able to, because it's power, it goes the other way, and he gets the extra hit. Oh my word. Now, in a normal day, I'm sure Chunter would dive this, but today isn't necessarily a normal day because he knows he only needs to get a draw. So all he has to do is get a stop, and he's fine. I guess he also knows that he takes out the big uns, that this changes the drive considerably. So you see, again, look what he's done. The Mighty Blow is blitzing, and because the Mighty Blow is doing the blitz, anytime that the Rat Ogre has an additional hit, that's 2 Mighty Blow hits for the turn. And yeah, what is he doing? Well, he's effectively trying to, oh dear, he's trying to clog up the Orcs, prevent them from having 4 pieces plus a ball carrier to go and stand inside some sort of cage. And once there is no cage, that's the turn you go in. So it's like a multi-turn approach. But there isn't a cage here. Right, there just isn't a cage. I mean, all right, there is what I like to determine a loose cage. Now he's got an actual choice to make. Is he going to try and surf the big un, or is he going to blitz the Goblin? He's going for neither of those things. He's going to, oh dear, he's going to stick the Rat Ogre on the ball. Yeah. So Rat Ogre goes in on the ball here. You can pressurize. And look at this, like this is classic textbook Chunter, where he has able to, or textbook Skaven really, right? He's able to isolate a couple of players. He's sniping things with Mighty Blow. Once he gets a couple of chips, in fact, he doesn't even need a couple of chips. He just isolates, dive bombs your ball, breaks the cage. So we've not had an Orc drive yet. Oh my god, that was a 4+. Yeah, we haven't had an Orc drive yet where he scored. And it looks like we're not going to have an Orc drive where he scores. He's blitzing the ball. Looking for a bounce out of field. Okay, Biggin's caught it. But this is still largely just a matter of time about when this all goes horribly, horribly wrong. Because the Troll is completely isolated. Yeah, like I think for me if you Chunter here, if you don't score from this particular setup, something's gone horribly wrong. Do you remember the situation from the game? Korpacz needed to win this one to force a third game. Is he going to drop it? No. In here, take the 2D, and then hopefully the gut runner escapes. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah. I think that was if I'm, as my job here is to try and find things, not just commentate it on, just find things. I think the Orcs should have gone this way. Doesn't matter really. Yeah, I'd say so far this has been the most one-sided of the what's it? It's not quarter-final. 8th final? Yeah, the 1 in 8ths. The 1/8 final. So he doesn't. Skaven don't want to score, not because they don't want to try to chance at the KOs, but because there's just no point in giving a 1 turn for these guys. So he is deliberately stalling this out. He knows he's got 13 players, so these two coming back or not is likely irrelevant. Is he styling on him again? I think he might be. We're going to see. We see a chain push in here. No, he's just going to push him into the crowd anyway. Oh, that one's not got guard. It looks on the graphic there, right? That this one is the one that this guy had guard. He doesn't. He doesn't. So let that be known. He did not. There we go. And then we will... I don't think we'll see a blitz from Chunter. It's not worth it. So he takes the 1-0. He gets one of his 2Ks back, so he's still sat on 12. 2 big uns are dead. So we can go straight into Chunter's turn 9. There we go. Right, let's watch this from Chunter's perspective. Knowing that a draw is enough, again, I would strongly suspect that what we actually end up seeing is a bulletproof safe quick score. These guys coming back off 1 is in case there's a perfect defense or a solid defense as it is now, so that they don't get stuck. That's quite nice. Timeout. Chunter will be absolutely delighted with that. It's now turn 10. I find it interesting that the Rat Ogre gets set so far back. It's not something you always see. I also think that that's an interesting position, right? I would have thought that Mighty Blow would have been there because that is baseable now. If it's there, you can put a screen around it. Draw hands. Do you know what I think Orcs need? They need a frenzy piece. Like, just on their team, they need a frenzy piece. Because then stuff like that nonsense doesn't happen. Why is he not blitzing with a mighty blow? I don't know. Not blitzing with a mighty blow there has done 2 things. 1, it failed to get a knockdown. 2, it cost him a reroll. And 3, it looked weird. So, Crystal Hunter taking absolutely no risks here. Quietly, just leaving that gutter in scoring range. Although, whether or not he'd want to try and get the ball to him in one smooth manoeuvre remains to be seen. Pushing inwards because he's actually thinking about going that way longer term. Also, slightly surprised. Yeah, I am slightly surprised that that wasn't pushed here and then taken a follow on 2D. Yeah. Now got 3 gutter runners in scoring range. One of which can be bounced back. Uh-oh. Oh my life. This gutter runner seems to be completely ignored. Ah. Phew! Trolls, massively, massively overrated. Do not get a troll. Just don't get one. A bit shit. Korpacz somehow needs to turn over Skaven twice to get a result here. At the moment, Crystal Hunter might just sit on this. Possibly a bit uncomfortable, but... Oh, now, right, what can we get done here? What can we get done? So, pause. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can base this guy with this guy, if there's a Kapowski, and we can deal. We could also get the Gutter in here if we, this guy, if we don't go the other route. And we've got 2D on one of the gutters. We've got 2D on the other gutter runner. We could also potentially lob a goblin. We could play goblin toss, right? And that's probably my best play here. Activate goblin, throw goblin, 1D ball carrier, smile. Can he get to the ball? He can't get to the ball. He gets the ball. He can't get to the ball. He gets the ball. He can't get to the ball. Yeah, I think given the situation, the requirement for a result, for me, I think I'd be tossing goblins. Korpacz does not think in those lines, which is interesting considering he's taken a goblin team. One, two, three, four, five, six. Problem here is this is just far too easy for Junter to break. Yeah, I think Korpacz is not being aggressive enough here. Ultimately, he has to score 2 touchdowns. He's now going to score on turn 13 effectively, and he's got to try and get a 3-turn defensive touchdown. I think that is now asking a little bit too much. All right, here helps. Probably uses a reroll here. I think we want to get the other gutter runner out. Yeah, the other gutter runner has been dug. And we are now not, for me, I think Crystal Hunter is now not thinking about scoring. He is more thinking about not conceding quickly, right? Because he's just aware that if Korpacz has to win the game, so every turn he delays, when he gets the ball back a second time, it's fine. I wonder how much of this result so far has been roster choice and how much of it has been player coach skill. Because when we went into this game, I talked about the goblins not being meta, right? And we've seen an on the ball pick as well for the thrower, which is also not something you see at tabletop. I like genuinely am curious here as to whether or not the skill picks from the Orcs have additionally caused their downfall and demise, or has Chunter just played a sterling game, right? I mean, it could be both. Could be both. You know what I'd like to do here now? If I was Chunter, I would be moving the ball onto the Blodge Gutter Runner. On the ball! That skill that was like, yeah, I don't need that. He's on the ball. Yeah, he's done it, hasn't he? Yeah. So Korpacz has to score this turn, otherwise we're looking at Goblin tossing. Score this turn, bro. Score this turn. Nice idea. If he gets the Rat Ogre down there, then he can go through and try and target the dude. As it stands, he has still opened up a bit of a channel. If he can get through this guy, then he can get 2D in here. I'm just not sure how he's going to do that. Is he going to have to bring the? Is he going to have to bring the thrower? The thrower. He's going to have to bring this guy over, throw a 2D, and then double go for it, tickle hit. Here it comes. No good. Right, no one's got a reroll. No one's got any sanity. Notice that Chunts here cannot, should not block here. So what he's going to probably do is bring in the other Gutter Runner to stand next to the Rat Ogre. You then blitz with the Rat Ogre, sorry, so you've got Juggernaut. Yep. If you can find pushes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you can be then stood out of the range. Right. New course of action, go over here. Yep. Yeah. There we go. So, this one's I know it's like to play through. This one's done. So that means we've now got 4 players for the last 16, including Crystal Hunter, and on this sort of form, at the moment, of the 4 that we've seen, you would argue that Chunter has absolutely tonked his way through this. And yeah, I don't know whether Korpacz has just had a bit of a bad day at the office, or whether Chunter has absolutely smashed him. But you know, that has been a very strong set by Chunter. And wowie, wow. And playing it out, I suppose you'd like to see no touchdowns conceded, I suppose. Ultimately, probably doesn't matter. And if the thrower can pick the ball up and throw it down here, then Korpacz can just like him. He's on the ball. Yeah. Yeah, this has been very strong. Very, very strong. So we can now go back to main menu and we can go and look at the World Championship grid, and I can update this. With Crystal Hunter. There we go. Congratulations to Crystal Hunter. And we will move on. So Crystal Hunter will face one of either Goblins or Black Orcs in the next round, both of which I think are very, very strong for Crystal Hunter. So I think he's got a very favourable quarterfinal, which would then see him into the money if he can get past him, of course. Dastardly Dan has completely and consistently smashed everyone's expectations away. So before we write him off for the 14th time, maybe not. But on this form, Crystal Hunter, man of the moment. What an absolute legend. Again, if you're enjoying these replay casts, please like and subscribe and just say something, right? Just comment. It'd be super helpful. Anyway, thank you very much. See you in the next one.